Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit. I'm here with Kel. Kel, how you doing?
Hey guys, doing good.
All right. Anything exciting going on this weekend other than your 4 a.m. trips to
Ugh,
work?
looks like those are going to get a lot more frequent,
Ugh.
sadly.
Yeah. Well, it's just the way, it's just the way things are going right now.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Um. You know, just
It
it's
is what it
yeah.
is.
At some point it'll be back to normal, but you know what? We just got to do what we got to do right now. I
Yep.
totally get it. I mean, my department is different. Our stuff is like on the shelf, so we don't have to worry about
Right.
it. We still got to have people put stuff out at like some ungodly hour, but at like usually 5.
hmm
But um, obviously, you've been grinding. You're
Yeah, I played a
little
good amount
Overwatch.
this weekend, or just this week in general, because like I only worked 4 days this week, so I had an extra day off,
Yeah,
and I played a lot of Overwatch.
yeah. I've been doing the
Um,
same, and I've been playing. I just been doing different stuff. I actually,
I
I
honestly like I had good days and I had bad days, and basically I didn't really climb. I'm still around 27, right around 2700. So nothing crazy.
hey man, that's not terrible. I've been doing. Obviously, the color in here is different.
Yeah,
Got
I
Divas
do
blue.
dig that.
Got Divas blue in here. Decided that we're gonna change this up a little bit. I'm gonna nerd the crap out of this room. So
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, I got some plans.
I mean, you got a long ways to go to match what Blazing Bob's got.
Oh, Blazing Bob's
So
got it, dude. That's 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 S tier, man.
it really is.
He's got S tier. He's got like fucking Wolverine statues and shit. I
Yeah.
just got some Funkos. I actually ordered because I'm a big Slayer fan. I ordered
Mhm.
Tom Araya and they came out with a Slayer set of Funko, so I got Tom Araya and Jeff Hanneman. Um,
Nice. Hell yeah.
I don't like Kerry King, so
Fair. Um.
he's kind of the Gene Simmons of the band, and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Speaking of
anyway,
speaking of that genre of music, uh, this wonderful water company put out
yes,
an album this
I have
past
some right here
week
as well.
that is absolutely phenomenal. Like it's actually really good. On top of all the lyrics are just people hating them from Twitter. They just like verbatim took tweets of people saying how terrible they are and made those the lyrics to their song, and it's
I,
fucking amazing.
I want that in my life. I want someone to compose metal lyrics to people that fucking just talk trash or hate.
Right? Oh
That's
my
amazing.
god.
Plus, the
It's
water's
so
really
good.
good, guys.
And like legitimately, like the music is actually really good. And like
Well,
I started listening to it, I'm like, okay. I can get down with this.
I think Josh said that they were like they sponsored some stuff like on a couple of metal tours because he's does stuff with Skeleton. Which, if you guys are metal fans, like not shit metal stuff, but like like
Right.
what are they? Whatever you call Skeleton, which the kind of death metal-y, black metal-y, like uh, they're a great band, and they're from Ohio. And one of the guys that bartends in our store uh, does a lot of merch stuff for him, fills in occasion. He is the
Actually,
lead.
the intro to our show is his band.
Yeah, and he's the lead singer on it. Um, Check them out, by the way, and download their music because they're fantastic. Um, Cultist, by the way.
Yes.
But they've been at some of the metal stuff that they've done in Europe, and they said they're fantastic dudes.
Oh, I'm not surprised that
Yeah,
they're awesome. Like they seem pretty legit,
yeah. Um,
and I started following them on Twitter, and I think they've even had interactions with like the leader of Satanic Temple, which makes me really happy. Like it's
like
just
their
across
holy
the
water
board,
or
like
some shit.
top notch stuff, guys. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Oh man,
Come check our show out.
yes.
If you're into Overwatch or Overwatch League. Speaking of Overwatch League, we had some,
We had a
some things
lot
go
of
down.
news break as soon as we finished recording our last episode.
Normal podcaster curse.
Yep, exactly.
I guess is what you could call it. Overwatch podcaster curse, Overwatch League podcaster curse. The minute you're
Honestly,
done
I
recording,
feel like
all the fucking news drops.
it happens to anybody that does any kind of show like this. For anything, like even the guy we watch that does that's good sports.
Oh yeah,
He'll like break in on some of his videos, like and be
by
like,
the
and
way,
of course, by the way, here's what happened with this.
and if you're a Broncos fan, please watch That's Good Sports because his breakdown of the Broncos draft is amazing.
Honestly, if you're a fan of football
in general,
Watch it. He's hilarious while giving you good it's basically everything I want in an actual sports show. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know Iceham's a big fan.
Yeah, I know Iceham's a big fan, and he got me turned back onto him because I follow him on Twitter because I'm a Broncos fan, so I follow a lot of the guys that do that. And he used to post a lot of stuff and all that shit. And I watched him a long time ago, and I fell off the train for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I got back on. I'm like, man, I forgot how funny this dude is.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I watch every video.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some pretty big news drop this week. Obviously, after the whole Sinatra thing, there was definitely going to be some kind of way for them to address it, and they did. But first, the big thing, because obviously me especially, I went off about the state of hero pools last Sunday.
And reasonably so.
Yeah. And we were not the only ones. There was a major backlash, and they made changes immediately. And I that is one thing I have to give them credit for, is this whole situation with hero pools, nothing is set in stone. It is fluid, and Jeff said that it would be. So they're sticking to that, and I commend them for that.
And 100%. I think at some point they're going to get to where us and a lot of other people in the community, especially like us, your Overwatch, especially like Fredo, we're going to get to a point where they're going to be like, all right, we're going to do hero bans. Even if it's diamond and above, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be shocked if that's not a feature in 2. Because I get the feeling that that's like a whole thing. They wanna have like a presentation for it and be able to do that, and possibly even make it so it's a presentation that's going to translate well to what they would do in the league as well.
Yes, especially after they announced the guild system.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically. The changes to hero pools are that, if you didn't already know, they are eliminating hero pools for anybody below masters. There will be no hero pools at all. They will not affect them.
Which is fine.
And then they are they're basing the decisions for hero pools as of now, while the league is going. They will be based off of what is being played in the league. When the league's not playing, it will be based off of what is being played in the top 2 levels, basically Masters and Grandmasters. So
and top 500
makes sense. Yeah, top 500. Well, I mean, I think top 500 is not necessarily Grandmaster.
Right. Well, I mean, like above
in the major regions. Yeah, but the top 2 tiers.
Yeah.
Because I think Grandmaster is like a set thing. But like, I know there's one region where like their top 500 actually starts in like low Masters and high Diamond because there's so few players.
Probably in one of those like South Pacific or
I think it's something like
Australia or something like that. Or not to diminish anything from Australia, but there's just less people.
Right. So yeah, they got rid of hero pools for a lot of people as of right now, until they said they have to patch it. They are just getting rid of hero pools in game until that patch comes through, probably sometime next week. So this week, with the start of season 22, there will be no hero pools. So I think overall,
I think that's fine.
I think it's definitely a step in the right direction, and for right now, I think it's basically the best way to go about it.
Yeah, because
I wasn't the biggest fan of how they were choosing it tonight. I kind of want them to go back to having the cats do it. But if they're going to use the tickets, just have the cats do it. Yeah, it's the best thing you can do.
However you want to do it. Bins, cats, Sideshow, and Bren, I don't care.
Yeah.
The Sideshow
tonight was fine.
Sideshow's eyebrows that are somewhere in the universe floating around. Whatever.
But I do think they can do better than what they did tonight.
Right. It was just I think tonight it was just kind of like
just kind of shuffling them, and Reinforce and Custa were just telling her to stop at random moments,
and then yelling at each other after they picked something, which was
like, "Why did you pick that? Why did you do that?" Yeah,
you had one job.
At least they didn't ban Echo, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, and they banned Reaper, so
they banned Reaper.
But I don't, I don't mind Reaper. Reaper play has
really
been good.
May. Yeah, it's really just May.
Just ban May.
Yeah. And it sucks because now we're in the point where Brigida getting banned
sucks.
Is actually really crappy because now no one's gonna play Tracer.
Yeah, and well, because
imagine saying that sentence even a year ago.
Yeah, well, and the thing is you forget that nobody put this together last year, and then all of a sudden when we have all these comps coming in and out because of hero pools and this and that. If you throw 2 armor packs on a fucking Tracer, she's unkillable.
Yeah.
And then you give her to Sabiobi with fucking 200 armor or wherever the fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I mean she basically has 200 health with
yeah.
that. Well, 250 health.
Yeah, 250. Yeah, so he's got May health with his aim.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, if you're new in the last year, welcome to what year 1 was. Watching Sabiobi go ham.
Yeah.
And some of these other guys playing Tracer, like Logix today, and some of these other guys just fucking just wreck it. You forget how good Tracer is.
Yeah, and how good some of these guys are at her.
And
we got a little preview of it last a couple weeks ago when Decay was playing her. Which was insane, so freaking good. But yeah,
let's move on to some other news. Oh
yeah. So shortly after that, the next day, the assistant, the vice president of Overwatch Esports, posted on Reddit, which, looking at it, it does not have nearly the votes that it should.
Yeah,
it has 4.4 thousand votes, but today there was a post. There was a post showing Lucio's skin, for the Jazz skin, and that has 18,000 votes. So Reddit, gonna Reddit. I mean, it's cool, and it's a cool little detail.
Oh, trust me, I'm on other Reddit.
Did you happen to see that?
No, yeah.
Today, actually, it is cool. I love it, but
I play Bannerlord, so they have a Reddit thing, and some dude is posting tutorials on how, because you can't change your banner in game, so he made this thing to import it, but you have to use all of the.
You got to do coding.
Well, basically. You don't have to code, but you have to use all the in-game banner things,
okay.
the.
You're
the
basically
graphics,
making layers and stuff.
Yeah. You could do up to 40 layers, but he's showing people how to do he's making fucking banners from Warhammer with
that's awesome.
Yeah. And he's got 40 upvotes. I'm
how does this not have more?
This dude's showing you how to do shit that's ungodly, with
right.
And it's basic right now because it's in early access, so the banner stuff is basic because everybody wants a cool banner.
Right.
I mean,
how could you not?
Yeah. You want.
I'm sure there's a post on there just something stupid I threw a spear goat dead.
Yeah. Oh no! Someone.
It's probably got 2,000 upvotes.
Oh yeah. There's the someone just doing random fucking shit with a fucking throwing weapon.
Yeah.
Like you have like throwing spears. It's like just like it's like a 30-second clip of like them headshotting like looters, which are like, you know, like minions, like in a fucking MOBA game, like headshotting looters with fucking throwing weapons.
Yeah.
That has more upvotes than the fucking dude who made like actual fucking kick-ass shit. But it's the same thing. It's just fucking unbelievable.
The creative stuff.
Yeah. Why create stuff? I'm gonna post things with air horn noises in it. Hell yeah.
That's gonna get their attention.
Yep.
But yeah, so this post, and it is a really long post, but he goes over a lot of stuff in detail, and basically the state of the league, where they're going moving forward, statements about different things. So basically, they pretty much confirmed that they're going to stick with the tournament format like they're doing for May, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
I mean, and we kind of basically got some confirmation of that from Uber this morning.
2 o'clock, or where? I think he's in LA, so like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, casting a match. Your mind isn't necessarily all in tune, but it's Uber, so he just kind of like went with the flow.
Your ability to not spill the beans on NDA things, probably not the best time for that.
By the way, can we go over how cranky fucking Mr. X was at 3 o'clock?
Oh my god. He was salty.
He was, and you know what? I loved it. Every minute of him being salty was fucking amazing.
So good.
Like, I watched the Soul match, and he's just like, I just like, basically he was like, I just want to throw my headset at the fucking screen. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll
talk about that.
So going back to the Reddit post, they kind of went over their goals. We kind of already knew that their eventual goal for the playoffs and the finals was to get everybody into one location. We're probably not going to get crowds for that.
Right.
But just to have everybody together so it's on LAN, I think is going to be really, really crucial to get the best product that we can.
Yeah, and then you can have the on-site interviews and all that stuff that you normally have. It'll bring it back a little bit to where it was, because I mean, honestly, all the people saying all the bullshit that they're saying, because, you know, breakfast sandwiches have big mouths. The homestand thing was working.
It really was. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely something that is...
There's something to that.
Yeah, there's something to that.
And if it evolves into a tournament thing...
Having those crowds, like, just makes such a difference. Like, I'm loving that we're getting games right now. Don't get me wrong. But having that environment just adds so much more to it.
Even morons with songs.
Everything just feels so much more impactful.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, honestly, it's one of those things where maybe other sports are kind of looking at esports to see what they're doing with some of these things. Because, I mean, Dota just they just canceled their bread and butter.
Yeah, Dota canceled a lot of, like, most of their tournaments.
Finals. I forget what the hell it's called, but I'm not a Dota fan at all. But I know that's a huge deal. That's like, but they're doing it online. But, you know, this is a thing. You know, maybe other sports are going to watch to see how this works when Overwatch League goes into the LAN without a crowd, to see maybe, let's see how this is. It's going to be weird.
Right.
There's no doubt. But
yeah. But so I'm excited about all that. Then they touched on the viewership rewards and getting that all set up. So it looks like on OverwatchLeague.com, is where you're going to have to watch the streams to start to get drops. Which, I mean, hey, whatever.
Hey, I'm fine.
Eventually it'll come to YouTube. But, I mean...
There's a lot of logistics and shit that they can't work out right now. But, hey, we're going to get drops.
Yeah. I got my one for signing up for the email. I got that the other day.
Surprisingly, I didn't get mine.
You did not?
No, I didn't get mine. Where the hell's my... I want my 100 damn fucking...
I think I got mine on Friday, so maybe probably sometime this week.
I want my Mayhem Echo skin, god damn it.
See, I would buy an Echo skin, but it would just never get used, so...
I'm going to use her whether I fail or not.
I'll probably just end up holding on to it for whenever they release whatever...
the 1200...
the Zarya skin, or if they do like an All-Stars one, or something like that, I'll hold on to it for one of those.
Or one of
so that's cool. Then he addressed the player retirements, Sinatra leaving, which he basically was just like, it sucks, but it's part of what it is. Like, it is what it is, and we're doing everything we can to keep our players happy, but we're expecting other people to leave the game as well, and especially with everything going on in the world, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So at least they addressed it, and they weren't just being like, "Well, nothing. It's fine. Nothing happened."
All right. So he went on for that post was so fucking long, man. But
the other one that I really wanted to talk about is their ideas for Tier 2 and Path to Pro. I'm really interested to see where this goes, and obviously with all of the things shutting down with Tier 2, like all the teams disbanding and everything, and it just kind of falling apart. Obviously they have to address it, and they got to do something. And I would love if we get more of the tournaments like we had with the breakable barriers, the Echo thing. I would love all that. I think that would be really great for the game, and I think it was probably some of the best just natural, like, non-Overwatch League content that we've gotten since like the original World Cup.
Yeah.
Because even the last couple of World Cups haven't been great, because we kind of knew how it was all going to go. I would say that these last couple of tournaments have been top notch.
Yeah, hold on one sec. All right, sorry. That's something I had to take care of there. Anyway. Go on.
I didn't really have much more else to say on that. I mean, Tier 2 obviously needs some help. I'm really interested to see what they do to make it better, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, let's talk about some of the other stuff outside of the Reddit post. Mm-hmm. So we'll save the best for last before we get into the matches and all. All right, so Toronto this week, we had Kellex retire somewhere like around right after we recorded, because of course that's what happens.
Exactly.
And then yesterday they picked up Cruz, which I think is fantastic for them and for Cruz, because he wasn't going to get any play with FD God in front of him. And I think this is probably the best place where he could go.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, he didn't play. Obviously, he's not playing with them this weekend. Roki just didn't really show up. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah. He was getting killed. He was Chrising his way through the fucking match today. no other way to put that. But anyway, they're going to need him, and they need some other help. We'll talk about them a little bit later. But so we had that, and of course, the Titans. So the Titans fucking drama continued.
It did.
Well,
and it still is probably not over.
Oh no,
that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, because
they got rid of Pajian and Janu. Pajian, their head coach, and I probably absolutely butchered that name.
Yeah,
and Janu are both gone officially,
and that's
according
the
to
start.
the Reddit and everything. Yeah, and that's probably just the start of things to come.
From what everybody seems to be thinking.
Yes, and speculating and all that.
Yeah, because they're on the sly. Everybody's like on the sly because Florida has them first round in the tournament. And like, well, Florida's got Vancouver, so yeah. Before that, we would never have said that.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, so what are they going to do? I mean, are they going to... So if they're dropping their whole team, are they picking up like a contenders team, or what are they going to do? I mean, I'm not terribly invested in Vancouver, but...
But I mean, for this to happen, if it does happen the way that a lot of people are saying, I mean, this could be a historic moment for really any professional league.
Yeah, where a whole team just
through
quits.
A season where a whole team, quits, and they have to pick up a new team. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the only esports / regular sports league that had a team lose every game, 40 of them in a row, or 42, like by the time they won one, and then a whole team quit.
And now that team is possibly one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
That's where we're at this point.
So let's start diving into that stuff. Let's start diving into the matches and all that kind of stuff. All right.
And Bob brought it up, and I want to agree with him. I was looking forward to Echo because I had a feeling that this is what was going to happen. But I mean, my expectations were blown out of the water.
It was fucking.
This was
fantastic.
Probably the most fun that I've had watching this game in a long time.
Because
she just brings so much to it, and there's so much different strategy and things that teams can do against each other, and it's so exciting.
And she brought high speed Overwatch back, kind of. I mean, you had a lot of. I mean, Monkey was run how much? Like this weekend, I mean, he had been like they were running dive with Echo and Tracer. They were running like Echo and Tracer. She actually was working pretty well with Orisa, like even with some of the the stagnant comps. It was just fun to watch it because like all of a sudden someone would like drop in with fucking Winston, like Tesla cannon, 2 people, and then it was like double fucking primals. That was nuts. It was just, I could see. I was watching some of the matches. Fucking Uber was like, "Oh shit, it's like psychotic high speed again, and I don't like this thing." There was a couple times he's like, "Well, guys, this is where we're at."
Yeah. I loved it. It was so fun to watch. I think one of the more... It was just interesting to see all the different teams who was playing her the most. I think I definitely called it that Ding for Shanghai was going to be...
Oh, yeah.
There was the guy that was grinding in the background, and he was the one that was going to be their primary Echo player. And
yeah, that was nasty, Pop.
He was filthy.
Oh, there are some of these guys who are just nuts. Like the double Sigma thing was gross too. Like the double fucking
Double Sigma, double Winston.
But there was a couple of points where like even like picking Sombra,
Mm-hmm.
like copying a Sombra, or today
Where
Boston
there were some times where it worked incredibly well, and other times where it failed so miserably. I think New York really had some struggles with their copies.
Yeah, Who Are You was okay, but he was playing Ding, who seemed to be like well versed.
By Ding, like it seemed like he was trying to do what Ding was doing, and like Ding was doing it. It felt like this is the perfect situation for me to copy this person, and it felt like Who Are You would see that, and he would be like, "Oh, I'm going to do that for the next fight," and it
fail
flat.
Yeah, they were okay with it. They definitely weren't the best team. They seemed good to start, and then Shanghai was just like it came really back and did what they did.
They had Sabiobi playing Tracer.
Yeah. Well,
Who Are You basically like he was a non-factor in the wins, and
it was good seeing some of those Tracer gods back though.
It really was.
Him and Logic's just fucking going off. Although Logic just went off on Reaper too. But
I did find it interesting when they were in the New York game specifically, when they were playing each other. Ding copied Brigitte a lot, but
that's a good copy though.
Every time Who Are You would do it, they just roasted him. the casters were just absolutely destroying him for doing that.
Well, it seems like Moon has like it just maybe needed a change of scenery from the Valiant to Shanghai, because he's on his fucking game, because these guys were ready for anything that they were throwing every week lately with Shanghai. Right. He was a top notch coach before, but he had last year, I think, with Goats, I think that in the team that he had, and the whole fucking custom big brain bullshit and all that. But now we're back to stuff that he's good at, where he can strategize, and it's not the same thing, and these guys can play a bunch of different shit. So, other than not Goats like last year, I think he has them so ready for every team that they play. Yeah, they went down 2-0 to New York, but they were just on them.
Yeah, they really were.
It was 2-0, but I was like, okay, this is pretty close. And then once the third map started, I'm like, okay, Shanghai's back to where they were the last few weeks. They're just insane.
Yeah.
But then we have the Seoul Dynasty.
Oof. Oh, Seoul. How far you have fallen already.
The team that I thought would be really good at this.
Once again, Seoul is just crumbling. It's mind-boggling. Like, they can look so good.
The Tiger never changes his stripes.
For a short period of time, and then they just fall apart. And like, they looked horrendous in these couple of games. Like,
Gesture was absolutely feeding.
Oh yeah, they didn't look good last week against Shanghai, and they somehow looked even worse against Guangzhou and Hangzhou today.
Yeah, who are worse than them?
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, we're worse than them in my mind.
But
like, Gesture would dive in, and it was like, okay, he's down to 1/4 health. Where the hell? Like, they had no initiations. They were like, and Prophet was terrible. And I don't ever say this about my boy. He looked like shit this weekend, man.
He looked awful.
It might take him a couple of weeks to get Echo, but man, he did not look good at all. And they're like Sideshow was saying last week against Shanghai, they're reliant on guys hard carrying.
100%.
And if
they do not have any kind of cohesiveness or teamwork, like they're just. And I wonder if it's other teams kind of figured out what they needed to do to stop them, and they're just like, okay, just shut this guy down, and that's all you got to do, and that's it might just be what we're seeing right now. There is a possibility they might get better, but oh man, with the talent that they have, they should be so much better than they are right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they're on like Comical said, they're on a nine map losing streak, and they got to play Shanghai next week in the tournament, first round.
Yeah. That's brutal.
All right, you got now. I'm going to say this: are those guys washed from London? Are they the Nets from 2 years ago?
Well, not quite 2 years ago. It was
or 5 years ago, or wherever the fuck it was. All those guys from Boston then went to the Nets.
Yeah.
Are they that?
Could be.
It really could be. It feels like it. Like,
all right, we put together this championship team. Oh, it's kind of falling apart. All right, we'll take those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Not working out.
How's that going for Durant? Anyway, well, he's been out for like 3 years at this point.
Yeah, he was already hurt when they signed him.
Yeah. Bob, I'm going with the curse. They're the first cursed team in the Overwatch League. They're the Red Sox, Absolutely. The fucking Rangers, the Cubs. They're all of those teams.
Any Cleveland team, minus the Cavs.
Oh, you guys have a different thing going on. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah,
But
I just don't even know anymore.
Like, they were just so disorganized, too. It wasn't even like I'm watching it, so I'm going, you have Gesture, Prophet, and Podosin, and you guys are getting owned by a team that has fucking guys I don't even know who the hell they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're getting owned by a team with Rhea and fucking, like, Guangzhou had their main support and another guy can't get a visa. And you're getting absolutely curb stomped by him.
Right.
And you have guys that won championships on multiple levels this fucking game. And you can't even beat Guangzhou.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At Guangzhou, they've had a clinic on them today.
I know. They
literally had... It's the fastest map... or the fastest match we've had to date.
And they took it from my team, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and they took it from your team. Like, it's mind-boggling how bad Seoul looked today. I just can't even...
The last three matches.
Weekend in general. The last three matches. Like, at least against Shanghai, there was moments where you're just like, maybe they can turn this around here. But I mean,
there was no point where you're like, yeah, they're going to turn it around. You're like, they might put up a fight here.
Yeah. And there wasn't even that in these games. That's the worst part.
No.
And they're definitely playing worse teams than Shanghai. Yeah. Like, that's the craziest part. Yeah. So next game we wanted to talk about was the game that we called. We totally knew that this was going to happen. Valiant beating the Rain.
Every once in a while, we have a moment of clarity. This time we had a moment of clarity.
No, we have not touched on the fuel yet.
Hey man, I picked them. I knew they were going to roll.
Oh yeah.
They were flawless. I was laughing watching that. I was like, this was like, especially we've been talking about the odds and all that. I was like, that was the easiest money on the board. The Valiant wasn't easy money. That was a kind of a reach, but the fuel was the best bet on the board almost all day.
Oh,
that was my pick of the week.
Yeah, I don't know how they were so low in their picks. Like the site we use for our betting is just, they do not value Dallas at all,
and they overvalue Washington.
They overvalue Washington so absurdly.
Yeah, but so the Valiant and the Rain. Let's talk about this. The Rain. Who is this guy?
I don't know. He needs to get banned though, because they're in our Discord, spamming us too.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Whatever. Anyway, so back to the Reign of the Valiant. I don't have time for idiots like that. He can type whatever the fuck he wants. So the Reign, everyone's like, including me, put them like in the top 5. So what's their deal? I don't know what it is at this point. They're kind of on that Guangzhou, Hangzhou level to me. Mm-hmm. They just I don't know. They should have beat the Valiant, but there was something about the Valiant that I saw in this match that before the match started, I saw that they could beat the Reign, and
yeah,
it's just the.
I think
they're so undervalued. Like their DPS line's undervalued by far.
Oh yeah,
not that KFF, the Reign's is bad, but
and Shaxx are. I would say they're probably one of the more underrated DPS lines in the league. Shaxx put on a clinic on Tracer when he was in there. I think Atlanta just there's one particular meta that Atlanta is I would put them elite at, and that's double shield. But when they have to play literally anything else, they are they're like mediocre to bad, and that's exactly what we're seeing lately. Is they're not able to play their best meta, and when they can't play that, they're just not that good.
Yeah, they're just I don't know what it is. Their tank line, I'm not a fan of their tank line. The Reign, they're just not. Depending on who, what the fuck just happened here? Hold on one second. Nope.
I think I'll have to go back to just the full screen of us. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was blocking fucking morons. Sorry, I had stuff to take care of, you know.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
right.
so back to this. So they just, I don't know what they fucking do with the Reign.
I don't either. They just
like every team. It's like every team has this format, and they're in their format. Mm-hmm. Seoul obviously proved, we're the best team in the league, like they did in season 1 in the first 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden they fucking shit the bed.
Yeah.
Same thing. Reign up and down every week. Yeah, sure. Houston is whatever Houston is. Mm. But like certain teams, they just don't change. It's like they should have beat the Valiant. But I mean, I could see some things in the Valiant playing the Shock, playing the Gladiators, and all those teams they were playing. They were staying up with them, and I think those teams are better than the fucking Reign anyway. So they just went and fucking wrecked.
Right.
Eventually. It took a reverse sweep, but they came back and yeah, he probably is. He's the best hit scan, which is someone that they need, Bob. And they need to have those guys in, and they don't. Yeah. He really needs to be playing Ashe, especially like this week. He should have been in there playing Ashe. Yeah, Erster and Edison are great, but it's kind of like what Anyway, this guy's pissing me off. Um,
Yeah.
um, it's just those guys are good, and
Mhm.
why don't you go fuck yourself, Logan? How about that?
Oh, I already blocked him. I don't even see these anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I put that out there just in general.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm talking to my old dog because his name was Logan. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I think those guys are good. They're like, but Baby Bay, like Bob said, he's good at the hit scan and that kind of stuff. Which is what some of the stuff you need right now with Echo. And Ash is a good counter, and she works good with her too. That's the thing. We saw that a lot today. You know, people running the Ash and the Echo together. I just like Baby Bay better. I'm surprised he hasn't fucking dumped and went to Valorant. I honestly,
Baby Bay?
yeah.
I mean, he really seems like he enjoys this game, and like I would feel like if he is gonna leave, it's gonna be at the end of the season. He seems like that kind of guy. But yeah, I don't understand the coaching decisions that the Reign are making right now. Their lineup choices are questionable.
They're very passive too. They're not like they were.
Yeah, they're not nearly as aggressive as they've been in the
There
past.
are a lot of teams that weren't today.
That's what made them good in the first place, is when they were super aggressive, and they're just not doing that anymore.
Yeah, Dogman gets killed fucking he gets insta killed. Especially when he's playing Moira. They just bait him into fucking like going deep, and then he just fucking they bait Dogman in when he's playing Moira, especially in these comps like they've been running. They bait him in playing Moira, and he gets deleted.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kodak's any better though. That's the thing. Dogman's playing Anna's a little bit better than him playing Moira, if that makes any sense at all. It's hard to think that anyone playing support can play Anna better than Moira, but I just think, yeah, I have to agree with that, man. He's definitely one of the weaker links on the team, and they just he gets fucking killed, like insta killed, like every fight.
Yeah.
It seems like. At least to me. But enough about that match. So today's matches, I don't know. The Philly match was weird. You can talk about that one for a minute.
Yeah. God, fucking Philly. They're just so good.
Yeah,
and
I think they were I think they let their guard down. We saw EQO today too. Bob was pointing that out earlier in chat.
Finally got to see some EQO again. I think with I'm just glad that Paris actually put up a fight, because it was really starting to look like or like they were gonna.
It was another speed run.
Crushed. Yeah.
They got absolutely murdered. Like the first two maps were like just, it was a joke. I was watching it going, okay, so this is going to be over by, the two fielder, their fucking, their flex support playing on 200 ping from Korea.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was fucking playing 200 ping and was like, he was hitting sleep darts and shit like nuts in the second half of that match. I think after he figured out how things were going with that, he kind of carried them for a little bit there. Yeah. But like they were just like a mess, Paris. And then I don't know what happened. They flipped a switch, and I think somewhat Paris kind of or Philly just. Philly just kind of fucking slept for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Paris. If they can just pull out a couple of wins, uh, in these next couple of weeks, I think they can keep themselves into a place where they can make a run later in the season once they get Sparkle. And
Yeah,
that's really the key.
yeah,
Once they get Sparkle and XZ back.
yeah. They get XZ back. That team's gonna be really fucking dangerous because um, they got Handbin. That whole all those guys, Handbin, XZ, Sparkle, and this fielder kid. If they get him like on a normal ping, at some point, they might be pretty good. But I mean, Philly won in the end. But I was a little at the beginning of the match. I was like, oh wow, they can put in whoever they want. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, maybe they need to bring Carpe in.
Yeah.
I don't know if they gave Carpe just like the day off or what. Hisu looked really good though, for the most part, and EQO did what EQO does. Then he was like, someone was it Nico said something, or he said something to Nico like in chat, like "nice try" or something like that.
Yeah.
Fucking just, I need more of that banter.
Yes, definitely.
It's fun. That match was, it was better than I thought it was going to be from the start.
Mm-hmm.
And then my team is the next match. My team is over 500. That's all I care about right now.
Props to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing some of the
Props to
worst
us for beating the shit out of the shit.
Yeah.
We're pounding the shit. That's all that matters. If we're
God. Oh dear God.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, you guys did what you needed to do. So
we had a Saya player sighting too, so he's not going to Valiant.
at least not as of yet. He's still sticking around. And hey, with the pools that we have for this week, there is definitely a distinct possibility that we might see some more of him.
Oh yeah, especially with everybody being available for the tournament. We got a good rotation. There's this. The support line is not Gangnam Jin, but the Chris portion of the show. That's the scary part. Yeah, Boston did show some signs of life, which is what everyone's been saying. They kind of almost won a nap.
They were close.
They fought back for a second.
Good on them.
Color Hex actually looked good on Echo. Yeah, it's really what it was.
To Color Hex, his Echo was pretty filthy.
Yeah, and Jerry looked pretty good on Tracer, but end of the day, they're still what they were.
Right.
It just, yeah, free Myeongbong and Jerry. That's pretty much what it is. Myeongbong had some sick sleeps. No one had a sicker sleep though than that fucking sleep that Jonak hit on that. What was that, Ding, or whoever was playing Sombra for Shanghai.
Right.
Just mid, like in the middle of the casting, just slept dart him. That's Jonak, but Myeongbong played really well. Oh, Myeongbong to Dallas. That would be. But hey, you know, there's gonna be some other guys available. You know, Twilight, Slime.
I mean, is there any team that wouldn't want Alarm and Funny Astro on their team, Bob? Like, for being real, like, is there literally any team that wouldn't want that as their support line? I think even New York would take that with the way that those two guys are playing.
Yeah.
Be like, Jonak, kick his ass out of here.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, it'd be close. They think about it. They think about it.
Yeah, they'd at least consider it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's probably about the only team that would have any hesitation. Even the Gladiators would be like, Shaz and Big, yeah, we'll take it. With the way that those two were playing, yeah.
Those two guys, like, and you could tell, like, the weirdness started when Boombox came in. Mm-hmm. Not that Boombox is terrible, but it was like, well, Alarm Alarm and Funny Astro heal everybody and kill everybody at the same time. They're just amazing. And, you know, I was skeptical at first, but after watching these guys play, holy shit, they're the one reason why Sato doesn't look like an absolute feeder.
Yeah.
Like, Sato could just yeet into wherever he wants, because those two guys are... Well, first off, Funny Astro's going to boop half the guys off the map. Even if it doesn't have environmental kills, he'll figure out a way. And then Alarm just fucking heals him till he, to no end. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Absurd. Let's see.
Let's talk about the last match of the night before we bug out.
Before we move on to
Hero.
we'll talk briefly about the hero pools, and
then we'll talk about like what we're doing with the tournaments and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hero pool time. Or, I'm sorry. I'm a Toronto fan. I'm skipping over that last match. Sorry.
So,
yeah.
Toronto looked like they had signs of life in their
Logics.
first match. And hey, guess what? Logics was on Tracer, and he carried them.
Yeah. And on Reaper. And I understand, all right, the whole narrative of, like, the agilities. We're going to run agilities because projectile and all the blah, blah, blah and all that fucking shit. But come on, man. Surefour can play... I know... I've seen Surefour play Echo. He can play Echo. Logix is the... If you're running this dive with Tracer and Echo, my God, man, just fucking do it with Logix. He's ungodly.
Yeah, he's absurd.
Yeah, and even if you're going to do like some of the teams were running Reaper and Echo, it would just... It's like the perfect fit. Because, like... And, well, it also handcuffed him a little bit, too, because Kellogg's left, and they had to bring Roki up, who's kind of... garbage. Kind of garbage. I'm being nice.
I wouldn't say he was garbage. He was a serviceable.
He was thrown into a situation that he necessarily wasn't ready for, I guess. So, but they had their chance to win that. The Gladiators look good, and Mirror was really good on Echo. I'm not going to take that away from him, but. Yeah, Agilities is not performing. I totally agree, Bob. He's okay. Like, he had a big brain moment playing May. When he boosted the guys up into Nevix's bomb with the wall. That was dope. The rest of it was just kind of... Okay, he's playing Echo. The thing is if you put Logix in there with Surefour's going to run the Echo, and if you have to switch off Echo... He has a myriad of heroes he can play. It's not like you're going to go into Agility's hero pool necessarily if he goes off of Echo.
Right.
You're not. It's like not all of a sudden you're going to be playing Genji or Pharah. I mean, yeah, he could play. Agilities could play a decent enough May, but Surefour probably has a better May.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, he has to. I mean. I would, I just don't understand why they don't roll with Surefour Logix most of the time.
Yeah, especially when you have Logix online and you have Tracer in the meta.
Yeah,
that is, what is wrong with you? Just fucking do it, man. That's how that guy made his bread and butter playing. And then the one hero that most people are switching off of Tracer is Reaper. He'll annihilate everybody on that too. I think the two of them should be their mainstay. Yeah, all right, Agility's fan favorite, all that kind of shit. But you know what? W's are more of a fan favorite thing. Yeah, you ain't getting them because Beast and Nevix are playing pretty damn good right now. In my opinion, I don't think Beast is playing as bad as everyone said he was playing or going to play actually, and. You have holes, and one of them might be Agilities, and right now, your main support is a big hole, but I think they'll be a lot better when Cruz gets in there, for sure.
I agree, yeah. Once they get him in and get him with the team and understand their call-outs and everything, I think they'll be better, but I think they still have a long way to go, because this team is just...
Yeah.
not where they need to be
I also think
anymore.
Cruz is a guy they need because he's a vocal dude and a leader vocal dude. They don't have that.
Yeah.
I think they need that guy. All right, we need to do this, this, and this. I think that some of the stuff that happened with Paris last year was because of Cruz.
Yeah.
And I think they need that because they're all kind of cool dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they need someone to direct them into.
They just need that leader to just take over and tell them what they need to do.
The meat sports, you know, we can fucking do this. You know, like that.
Yeah.
They need the Reinhardt vocal guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they need that dude. They need yeah, I agree, Bob. Yeah, and they're
absolutely. Yeah, Agilities just doesn't he doesn't have that in him as a person, and that's nothing against him as a player. It's just not part of it. And I think there's a lot of guys that are on that team, and that's part of their problem is they don't have that guy. And I think, like you were saying, Cruz is possibly that guy that can.
You need the vocal dude
that just like leads them in and
let's go.
Is that vocal leader, and that's what they're missing. Because Surefour is another quiet guy too. Same with Logix. Like they're not
vocal leader guys. And you know what? Yeah. Those guys, I don't. And it's not like a knock on those guys. They just need the other guy to go over there.
Yeah,
do that
exactly.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go do that.
It's just the one guy that just makes sure that everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, and the positive vocal, even somewhat not somewhat, but negative occasionally. Like you got to stop doing that. Let's do this. You need those guys on a team.
Exactly.
And I think they're lacking that. And I also think like teams like Seoul are lacking that too. They don't have that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You need the vocal alpha guy.
Yes.
No matter what position they're playing. And, you know, some teams they have too many of them, and some teams they don't have enough, or any. But I think that was Toronto's biggest problem today. And the Gladiators just fucking owned them.
They took advantage of it and rolled.
Yeah. And Mira, like I said earlier, Mira played really well on Echo, and the Gladiators are good.
They are.
They're
a good team. So let's talk about the hero pool for next week. So we have
Reinhardt again. Shocker.
Reinhardt gets banned. Brigitte, Reaper, and Ashe. So I mean, hey, at least Echo didn't get banned. What I'm mostly excited to see is now we get to see Echo against pretty much her hard counters in McCree and
her enabler as well with her.
And also having her enabler in Mercy.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked. I'll be shocked if we don't see a lot of Mercy next week.
Yeah.
Because Echo just pairs so well with a Mercy.
Although Ashe is banned, but you could.
Yeah. Like I think there's other ways that they can get. I think McCree can work with that. I think there's definitely going to be points where
Widow Ashe or Widow Echo.
Widow Echo, I think you can.
And you have Rhine banned.
Yeah. So it's going to be more. I think we're going to see a lot more divey stuff. Winston, Diva.
I love that.
Ball.
We got Ball back in the mix.
One team in particular.
I agree, Bob. And where they're going in the future with that, I think it's the best way to go.
I think it is too.
Because people on my level play heroes that they want to play. It has nothing to do with exact strategy where a hero ban is gonna like when you get up into Masters, Grandmasters, and all that. I'm playing Junkrat and Tracer and fucking Moira and Zenyatta if I want to, or Diva, more Diva than anything. I back on the Diva kick.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she's viable against. I had a 5-month span where I couldn't play fucking Diva. It was like I was going through DTs.
Yeah.
I want to see that, Bob. That's I want to see full airborne fucking express, man.
If any team can pull that off, it's gonna be Shanghai.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Because you can put. Think about it.
On Pharah,
Fleta on Pharah.
Sting on Echo and Fleta on Pharah. Oh my god. The
Wow.
things you can do with that.
It doesn't
is
matter
just-
what tank line you run, does it?
I mean, probably not.
You could run that. You could do like
Those
they were
two.
doing. You could do like they were doing today, where they were running like Orisa and
Mhm.
Diva.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually going to be any good, like you said, Bob, but I would love to
Yeah.
see it. And I think if, like I said, if any team can pull it off, it's going to be Shanghai.
Yeah, and so then you're gonna have to have like you have to have dual cameras now. You have to have the airborne one and the tanks are going at it on the ground. And then
Yeah, I
you
would
have
imagine you definitely have Diva with that for sure.
oh, then you get Diva in there. Too bad Diva
Oh
still
my
didn't
God.
have her boosters like she had a month or two ago. It would just be like fucking dogfighting.
Oh yeah, it really would be.
Then there were the one lone person on fucking Monkey just standing on the point going, "Hey, I'm over here. Hi, I'm capturing. I'm moving to point B. You guys can fight in the air. I'm going to take this map."
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, they put Lucio on there. Like, these guys could play Lucio like fucking 5 miles in the air.
Right.
I still don't know how they do that.
I don't. Yeah. I
other-
mean, some of the things that they do, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah. This hero pool isn't terrible, though. No.
No, I'm really interested to see how it plays out next
And
week.
this is like the final, like, qualifiers, as they're calling them, weekend for the...
No, I think there's 2 more weeks of it.
This week and next week?
Yeah, I think 14 and 15, because the tournament starts. Yeah, the tournament starts week 16.
16. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's okay. So yeah, I like the fact that they're doing like the first couple weeks and then I liked it a lot. I think it's gonna be fun.
I cannot wait. Super pumped about it. But I think that's
the thing. The Mercy. I mean, the Mercy would never hit the ground, Bob. Like
No.
you could just go back and forth. I haven't seen anyone try. I haven't even seen that on Reddit. Anyone doing that?
Man,
I want to see.
I think it's just no one's really they haven't had enough time with Echo, but I'm sure within the next couple of weeks we will see this.
And then you have 2 of them in the air, and then all of a sudden Echo switches to fucking Reinhardt, just fucking hammer from above.
Just the hammer from. Good lord.
Oh fuck yeah, man! That would be. I like Echo. Like some people are like, I don't know about this. I'm like, oh, I like the fact that you have to figure out who's the best. And you know, sometimes, and Mr. X actually said this morning. He said, you know, I don't know if the higher HP person is the best to pick.
Not always.
No, because if you watch today, like the Florida match, with Color Hex mirrored the Reaper, and they were all in a tight room. They were in like the that bar going around the corner into the back lot on Hollywood.
Okay.
And he duplicated Reaper, hit 2 shots, and then fucking Death Blossom and killed like 4 of the Mayhem. I love that shit. Like stuff like.
They nanoed him too.
Yeah.
Like,
Then they nanoed him. Nano. I want to see that. I want to see like a double Death Blossom. Can we get that?
Oh my God.
Like that's. Oh, well, we're gonna lose the point. Go Reaper. I got Death Blossom. You'll get it in 2 seconds.
That would be.
That's
gross.
the fun part about it. It's actually Echo's actually making watching Overwatch League chaotic and fun.
Yes.
And
but in a strategic way.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it is it's not just like just craziness all the time, which it is, but at the same time, it's like it's controlled chaos basically, and that's exactly what they need for this league to keep it.
If she services both, Bob, that's Pornhub. By the way, look that up. I'm sure it's there by now.
Oh, sure it is. And on that note,
good night, everybody.
Oh God.
Yeah. You're gonna need more than a pharmacy. That's the title of the video, probably. Get the robot in. Anyway, I spent way too much time like in this freshly painted room. I think my brain is like, I've been sniffing too much paint. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for tonight. We're gonna wrap this up. Thanks a lot for everybody for joining us, Bob, Reality Alex, whoever the guy that wants me and Kel to do Pornhub things. Have a great night. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you somewhere in the middle of the week with our preview show for week 14. Kind of the mid-season. Maybe? Yeah. Is it the mid-season? The Titans have played a game and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll call it that. Anyway, but we'll talk to you guys in the middle of the week. We'll get you guys ready for week 13. Thanks a lot for jumping in, Bob. It's always good to see you. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. Later.
Get you guys on that one. Later.